10 secrets you missed in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, one of the most anticipated and liked animated movies of this year. A movie that will immerse us in a new and fresh storyline with more great characters, fun, and action than ever. A new Sonic that is ready to experience and go through new adventures in the human world. Sonic 2 is an amazing movie that will show us a stronger and more capable Sonic that will have to go through more adversity and challenges than in the first. A movie packed with amazing scenes full of action, emotions that will make us see Sonic with completely different eyes than in the first movie, and a brand new, fresh set of characters that add more intensity to the movie. A movie where Sonic will have to learn how to deal with his past and fight for his future and the future of humanity. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 tells us the story of Sonic, the blue hedgehog who, after being chased by a tribe of echidnas in the first movie, enters the human world through a portal. After the events of the first movie where Sonic beats the dark plans of Dr. Robotnik, Sonic is now learning how to live with the humans with his friend Tom Wachowski. But all of this is threatened when Dr. Robotnik comes back to Earth, but now as the infamous Dr. Eggman. He comes back to take the Green Emerald, an emerald that has the power to bend the reality of time as the owner pleases, giving it immense power throughout the universe. But this time, Eggman is not alone. He comes back with the one and only Knuckles the Echidna, Sonic's arch enemy, and who people don't know that is way stronger than Sonic. Here, Sonic will have to defeat these two incredible, powerful villains at the same time, which will be immensely hard and fun to watch. In the process, Sonic will go through the greatest and funniest adventures to try to stop these two guys from taking the emerald. But there are too many secrets in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that you definitely haven't seen, guys. Secrets that went right across your eyes and didn't see because of how dynamic and fun the movie is. So without further ado, let's get straight into the 10 secrets you missed in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Let's go, guys! Right at the beginning of the movie, the first scene we see is Dr. Robotnik in a very bad state after being defeated by Sonic in the first movie, slowly transforming into Dr. Eggman. But he's not on planet Earth. We can see him in a very different planet full of giant mushrooms while he's talking bad about Sonic. This is the same planet that we also see at the end of the first movie. Well, this planet is actually the very iconic Mushroom Planet, the one we see in many Sonic games. We first see it in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, released in 1994 for Sega. In the game, the planet is called the Mushroom Zone, and it was one of the many zones invaded by Dr. Robotnik in the game while he was trying to fix his death egg. We keep seeing this zone throughout many Sonic games after this one, like in Sonic Fighters, Sonic Generations, and many other titles of the game. This mushroom planet we see in the beginning of the movie is very, very important in the Sonic universe. After this scene, we see the one and only Sonic for the first time in the movie, watching over the city from the top of a building while looking at police cars chasing another car. Here we see him getting ready and warming up in a very funny and typical Sonic way to go and help the cops stop the men they're chasing. Now, this may seem like a very typical scene with no significance whatsoever, but in this case, this scene is a reference to the first scene of the game's Sonic Adventure. If you choose Sonic in the game, the first scene you will see is this one, where Sonic is on top of a building looking at a bunch of police cars running after another car. The shot, the aesthetic, and the details are exactly the same as this one in the movie, making it very clear that they took this scene as a reference for the second movie. In this same scene, when Sonic is warming up in a funny way to go and help the police catch the bad guy, at the end of this little training, he takes out what looks like a hot dog and he starts eating it. We also see him eating the same type of hot dog in the incredible scene at the end of the movie when he defeats Dr. Eggman as Super Sonic. So what is this hot dog that Sonic loves so much? Well, it's not a hot dog, it's actually called a chili dog, and it's Sonic's most favorite and most precious food. All throughout the Sonic animated series, games, and comics, Sonic shows us how much he loves this type of food. And every time he finishes it or is about to start a very challenging mission, he eats a chili dog to regain his energy. The first time we actually see Sonic eating a chili dog in the games is in Sonic Unleashed, where we see him eating a chili dog and Cheep eating a burger. After appearing in this game, the chili dog became an incredibly iconic symbol in Sonic's personality in all of the games and animated series that will follow. During the movie, we see a very interesting thing that you probably didn't give that much importance to, and that is Sonic's bed. All throughout the movie, we see him sleeping or sitting in this very peculiar bed. This isn't just a random bed, it has a lot of history behind it. This bed is a reference to the Sonic comics of the company Archie Comics that they did in partnership with Sega from 1996 until 2016. In this comics, we always see Sonic sleeping in the same race car bed that we see in Sonic 2. The race car bed first appears in the Sonic comics in the issue number 51 of the arch-iconic slime. The story starts with Sonic having a nightmare, and when he wakes up, we see him in a race car bed with green sheets. After this issue, we would see this bed all throughout the comics in different situations and different storylines. And this race car bed is also, of course, a reference to his super speed power. Overall, a very cool reference the directors of Sonic 2 didn't want to leave behind. One of the funniest scenes of the movie is without a doubt when Sonic is home alone. When Tom and Sonic are in the river talking about life, he tells Sonic that him and Maddie are going on a little vacation together and he wants to see him being more responsible, and that's why they're gonna leave him alone at their house. So they leave Sonic alone at home with their dog, and instantly after leaving, he starts behaving like Sonic always does, just dancing, jumping, and making a mess in the whole house. Now, believe it or not, this scene is actually a reference to the scene in the movie Risky Business, where Tom Cruise is left alone at Sonic in his house and he starts dancing, jumping, and making a complete mess just like Sonic in Sonic 2. Even the entrance of Sonic is the same one as Tom Cruise in the movie. The loud music, the dancing, everything in this scene is a reference to Risky Business of Tom Cruise. Such a funny scene. After the scene where Sonic starts behaving like Tom Cruise in Risky Business and making a mess in the whole house, he gets a call from Tom in Hawaii, who starts telling him that he sounds suspicious on the phone, and Sonic just diverts all the questions from Tom. But right in this scene when Sonic is about to answer Tom's call, we can see Sonic laying down in a very common but definitely peculiar way. Now, this may not seem important whatsoever, but it really is. We can see Sonic sitting this way throughout many of his games and animated series. For example, in Sonic 2, if you stop moving the character for some seconds, Sonic will actually lay down in the same position we see in the movie and wait for you to move him again. Overall, Sonic always chooses this move when he's resting in all of his games and animated series, and it's definitely not just a random thing that they made him sit like that in the movie. It has a lot of meaning behind it. When Sonic finishes the call with Tom, something weird starts happening in the house, and when he gets closer to the door, the one and only Dr. Eggman opens it, and they see each other for the first time since the first movie. And then he introduces Sonic to Knuckles the Echidna, who starts running after Sonic, but Tails saves Sonic in a police car, and they start driving away. But in one of the scenes during the chase, we see a green truck that Knuckles later crushes through to keep chasing the guys. If we look at the truck, we see that it has the words Splash Hills in it. Well, this is the name of the first level that you'll play in Sonic 4. In the game, it's called Splash Hill Zone, and it's considered one of the most beautiful zones in the whole Sonic franchise, mainly because of its summer feeling and multiple rolling hills that make the level so fun to play. Splash Hill is also the last level of Sonic 4 Episode Metal. This zone also resembles the first ever zone in Sonic, the iconic Green Hill Zone. Throughout the movie, we see Tails do something that we first see after the chasing scene. When Tails tells Sonic to drive off the road and they start falling into the water, Tails takes Sonic out of the car and he flies using his tails, holding Sonic in the air. This seems like a random thing that Tails does, but it isn't random at all. This is actually the main power of Tails in the Sonic games, and that's why his name is Tails. Throughout the game, we can see Tails holding Sonic in the air so many times for a couple of seconds to reach faraway platforms. We first see Tails flying like this in the first ever game he appeared on, which is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and since then, his flying and being able to hold Sonic in the air evolved a lot, making its way into the Sonic animated series and comics. Following the scene, we see a very funny one where Agent Stone is waiting for Dr. Robotnik to come back. He even puts his face in the coffee, and it's a very funny scene. But then, all of a sudden, he gets a message from him saying, "Prepare my latte." Now, the name of the coffee shop where Agent Stone is working is called Mean Bean. This is a clear-cut reference to the Dr. Robotnik's game released in 1993 for Sega called the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It was a Tetris-like game that was set in a planet called Mobius, where Dr. Robotnik goes to turn the inhabitants of the planet into his robots to go after Sonic on planet Earth. The game wasn't as popular as Sonic, of course, but it was still well received among the Sonic fans, and it was really popular in its time. And since Agent Stone missed Dr. Robotnik so much, he named his coffee shop as his own game. When Sonic and Tails go to the temple to find the compass to finally get the emerald, Dr. Eggman bursts in while they're taking the compass and he tells them to give it back. Now, in this scene, we don't see Eggman alone. We see him inside a round-shaped ship that looks very similar to the Badniks, but it's not a Badnik. This is actually the same ship that Eggman uses in the games, and we see many times throughout all of them. It's called the Snogman, and many times in the game, Sonic faces Eggman in the same ship. We first see the ship in Sonic the Hedgehog 1, the first Sonic game in the Marble Zone level. If we look at it and we compare it to that one of the movie, we see that without a doubt, it's the same exact one. Again, another cool reference to the Sonic games. And well, my guys, that's all the dose of DJ there is for today. I really hope you guys liked this video and liked all of these amazing secrets you missed in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. If you liked them, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you like this, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, my guys.
Peace!